Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Lower Leagues podcast. I'm Alan, as usual, and joined by Dan McLaren. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Yourself?
Yes, I'm good. I'm like I said just off here. I'm in the end of a horrible cold, but I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How was your weekend?
Yeah, 3 points. 3 points to go joint top. Didn't score, was a bit shit, but no, 1-3-2 was an absolute shit house for 90 minutes. What was lovely.
I did hear that you were engaged in a bit of housery. We'll get our guest in on this a little bit later when.
I hear he's good at housery.
I'm sure he's a very aware and adept at the housing. But I heard you were a bit on it.
Yeah, well, mate, to be honest, we were shit for 20 minutes and like 1-0 down. And we probably just weren't up for it. And then all of a sudden, the player who scored from, and bear in mind, we are the bottom league of men's football. The statement come out of "I am having a fucking worldie," and I was like, "Nah,
Oh.
sorry, can't have this. I can't have someone called out at our level of football." So for the literally, as the game went on, we 1-1, 2-1, 3-1 up, cruising, and just every break of play, Mark, you're fucking shit. Mark, you're letting your team down. Mark, your team are going to pin you off. And this lad just kept getting it right. He just took it, and it got to about the 70th minute, and he cracked, and he just went fucking mental and trying to fight. That was brilliant. It was fucking lovely.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's because he was getting marked by a 16-year-old kid, and I was just like, "You're getting." I was like, "It's only his second game of football. He's never played before. You're fucking shit, Mark." I just, it's brilliant. But yeah, what shit me up though? They scored in injury time when they had a corner, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I've done it here." No, he didn't score, so fuck him. So yeah, no, all good, mate. You had a good weekend.
No, we did
Can't
have a good
compete with
weekend. No,
talking.
we played as you know, and as the listeners know, the viewers know. I run the women's team at our club, but as we know, it's a brand new team. We played second in the league, and we lost 6-0. Um, I started with I started with 16 players before at the beginning of the week, and that gradually went down and down and down. And then Saturday night, I had two late dropouts through sickness. I had ended up with two subs. The keeper got injured within the first 10 minutes of the game. She had to play the whole game with I think it was a thigh that she injured. And yeah, a couple of others ended up dropping out because of injuries. Poor Angel is our captain, who Dan is a Scott's partner. She just covers every blade of that pitch, and she was just a menace. And she's been battered and bruised all game yesterday. But look,
Still lost
it's
6-0.
it's new to them. It's new to the club. The silver the only silver lining that I can think of from it is we ended at half time. It was 4-0, and we only lost the second half 2-0. So I'm looking for small victories at the
Well,
minute. But look,
you can learn some
here's what
bits
it
tonight.
is. Here's what it is. I think the win will come soon. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, we'll move on. We'll move on. But look, as everyone can see that will be watching us on YouTube. Thanks again for watching us. But as you can see, we have got the now former AFC Welling manager Brett Donnelly on the line. Brett, good evening.
Evening, guys. Thanks for having me.
No, thank
And
you.
how are you doing? How are you doing? Have you had a busy day, busy weekend?
Busy weekend, yeah, stripping wallpaper. I stripped some wallpaper, measured up for some tiles. I put a chest of drawers together, flat pack, shittest job ever. So last Monday when I walked, I was like, I'll have a little time out. I've had a week out and I've already had enough. I can't do any more flat pack. But I did stay at the pub, so the missus, I've got some brownie points from the missus. I didn't go to
Yeah,
the pub
well,
once, so next weekend it'll be flat out on the piss. I think I can't do that again.
before we go on to your time at AFC Welling, obviously, which has been well documented with their own media stuff and that.
Yeah,
But let's talk about you and what you've done before in the past. I know you managed. Was it Stockfold you managed as
yeah,
well? But where
yeah,
where where, where did you start, like as a player? Because obviously you've been a big part of the game.
yeah. I started when I was started playing men's football probably at 15, 16, like local club, local reserve side. Well, youth football, but I started playing men's football with did my youth team manager got me into football and in men's football. So we went and played. I was 16. I had the greatest time ever. Played with a load of local fruitcakes that showed us how to go to the pub and how to do all the things that are completely wrong. But it was a great eye opener. And at 17, I went and played what would have been step 3 for Barton Rovers. And we played in the worst side. I don't think we won a game that season. Ian Allison was manager previous to he left, and all the players left, and we were dragged in as kids to try and get them through. And it was literally a team of kids and a team of old men. And probably some of my happiest memories of not winning a game of football, but just the crack we had going around down the south coast. We played Horsham and Dagenham and Bromley and sides like that all at level that time. Massive eye opener. I thought I scored loads of goals as a kid. And all of a sudden, you're playing against fully fledged ex-pros and men. Got the shit kicked out of me for a good couple of years, but loved it. Me and a couple of mates all played together, and we talked about the other day what a good time we had just learning. Yeah. Non-league's completely different to what we see on TV to your youth football. I loved it. I've loved every minute of being involved in non-league. It's 26 years of my life that my missus probably thinks, Jesus Christ, you're a sad fucker. But there's a lot of us out there, isn't there? There's loads. We give up a lot of time, and I loved it. At Barton, like I said, I stayed for another year. We got a little bit better the year after. We finished mid-table. That was the year, the rejig of the leagues. That's when the Conference South and North happened. So we got relegated without being relegated. So we were still I think as it is a step 4 now, and yeah, we definitely had a great time. But sadly, I was nowhere near good enough. 17, 18, I was miles off, and a manager came in called Dick Newman, who was managing Barton, and he moved on in one summer. Would have been the start of my 3rd season, so I'd have been 19, and he moved on. I played about 10 games starting that season with Barton, didn't really get a look in. He went to Potton United in the UCL. I don't know if you boys know about the UCL, but that is a hard league, especially as a 19-year-old. That I'd regularly get the shit kicked out of me there because I was a gobby bastard and deserved every kicking I got. But I scored a lot of goals, and Dick channeled me. I was angry. I've got a terrible disciplinary record, terrible. But Dick got me on the straight and narrow for a couple of years, and I scored loads. I think I've got 100. I think in 2.5 years I got 120 goals, 130 goals.
Wow.
Which is step 5, I think it is now. And then I just completely lost the plot in terms of making bad moves and chasing a few quid. I'd become a dad, and it was, I don't know, I completely fell out of love. But I just kept playing for the sake of playing for about 3 or 4 years. Never done anything, sort of just meandered around, pick up a few quid here and there. Once you scored a load of goals, people always give you a chance. Always. We might get the best out of him. But people want me to be a target man. I ended up being a target man, but I was a little goal getter. I just run around and get in the box and score tappers. I've said this to all the boys I've managed. Getting shit goals are the best goals. If you can get 15, 20 inside the box, inside the 6-yard box, off your knee, off your knob, whatever it is, you're going to get a move. They don't want to score cutbacks and 30-yarders. And no, just go and stat. Keepers drop. You're not playing Premier League. Keepers drop a lot of balls. Just go and tap it in. And if you can't tap it in, you get to kick the keeper in the head, don't you? Really hard.
Yeah.
So you win it either way.
I'm going to snip this and just play it whenever anyone gives me shit and just go, you never score from outside the box. Well, he's said about to.
You don't need to. Do you know what? I played last Sunday for my mate's team. I scored from about 30 yards. I can't run anymore. The ball's been rolled through. I've just lobbed over the keeper because I thought I ain't running over. But it's gone in. I'm like, I don't score from this far. I wanted to tell everyone I've just scored from 30 yards. No one will believe me. But I played with a bloke called Steve Coon up for Potton, and his goal record is unbelievable. Like step 4 and 3, and I think he played a bit of conference. But I played him when he was 37, and this guy would get the hump if we won 3-0 and he didn't score. He'd get the hump, and I was like, "That's how you should be." He'd take the switch, and I think we got 1 year. I think we got nearly 100 goals together, which is unbelievable. And now I think the pair of us would be worth a fortune now. Well, but I made some really bad moves. Some really bad.
My question. We speak about it quite a lot in here. Is like the money in non-league has gone mental. So back then in step 3, step 4, I'm guessing, but you're probably talking like 50, 60 to 100 quid.
Probably 20 odd years ago, you probably look at average player like myself, we look about 120 quid, yeah, step 4.
Where
And now average player at step 5 is getting 150 quid, isn't he? Ridiculous. But it's the going rate, isn't it? So if he ain't going to get it, he's going to get it somewhere else. And you are as a shallow where I live in Hertfordshire in Itchen, there used to be 5 or 6 step 3 clubs in the area. Well, now you've got Royston. That's it. St Ives further up the road. There's not a wealth of talent around here. It's gone. The fact I'm still playing Sundays in a team I played in yesterday, there was 2 lads under 20, 1 lad in his 20s. The rest were 35 plus. I come off for a guy that is 51. I'm like, the Boca Seniors junior system is brilliant. I'm the young kid coming off for the 51-year-old. So football, sadly, lads can make good money because I think there's not enough talent. There's not enough players willing to play, willing to go travelling, is there? You got to travel. You got to travel to play football. Sadly, unless you've got some good teams on your doorstep, you have to go and even manage them. You got to go and find the club that will take you where you want to go. I don't think lads want to do it. Even like a lot of managers this summer, I've noticed that a lot of managers are selling. We only train once a week. Well, why are you training once a week? Surely, if you're getting paid in excess of 100 quid, you should be there twice a week. But, I don't know. Maybe I've got old school values and.
You're not. We had ex-Newport manager on, so they were step 5, and he was saying when he took over, they were once a week, and if that, and that was like a 6-a-side kickabout, and you're like,
who's that? Parky?
No, that was the guys who took over for 6 months. Cam.
Oh yeah.
So it's just fucking crazy.
Madness. I think it's a. You're not a professional, but I remember when I was at Potton, we had the old Arsenal physio, Roy Johnson, and he said to me, "If you're getting 50p to play football, you're a professional. You're getting paid, you're a professional." Like, he's got a point. If someone's putting their hand in their pocket to play, you should have a little bit of professional. Yeah, listen, you haven't got to be a complete professional and eat well and not drink the rest of it, but you should turn up.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of these lads want the easier life. I get it. There's a lot going on now. It's not the same as it was 20, 25 years ago. I sound like a right old fart, but...
No, well, one of the questions I wanted to ask was, have you had to massively adapt and change for the modern player?
It's quite... I'm 6'2". So, no. If you want to have an argument, we'll have an argument. Does help being big, but I think I've always... when I signed for Hitchin, I was 31. I had a couple of really bad spells at Hitchin where just didn't work for me. And there's a couple of times I knew I wasn't good enough the first time. The second time I was good enough, didn't get a chance, got eased out by the manager, which is fair. He had some players in that he thought were better, and I just took it. That's fair. If he's not having you. So I went back for the third time, and I went in the changing room. And my brother Callum was there. He'd have been 25. He'd have been the second oldest, and the rest of them were kids. And that's the most fun time I've had because they didn't know what non-league football was about. And I'd obviously been brought up the old school way, drinking, having a laugh, playing cards, basically causing chaos with each other. I basically told them it's how it's done, and they soaked it all up. By the end of it, it was probably like a pub side in the end, but we had 3 years of proper success in terms of making playoffs at step 3 on a budget where we had no right. But the lads, we were such a good team, and because we had Berkey, the manager, who was like, he's old school, Parks, the assistant manager, another one old school, and myself, and another kind of Simon Martin and Dave Corrin, who were also a bit older. We all like the same things, we done it the same way, and it was like these lads. I've got there's lads playing the League One and League Two at the moment who we played with. Lads in the conference, lads in the conference itself. So they've done it right for themselves. And they say we still speak, and they're like, oh, I miss them. I wish it was like, it's not like it was Hitchin. It's not going to be. But at least you had them, you had them times. I mean, Truro away was like, oh, such a long way. Truro away for us was like, we get to spend the weekend with all your mates on a coach. On the way, we get pissed up. We'll stop off somewhere. We'll have the best time. Football was almost secondary, but we'd get down there and we'd put a performance in. I think to be fair, the first time with the Truro, I played up front, and I don't think I touched the ball for 15 minutes and we were 2-0 down. So it probably didn't work all the time. I think there's a lot being made of. You've got to play football a certain way. You've got to do things a certain way. For me, the old way never was nothing wrong with it. There's all these new flash words, isn't there, for like you press and hide. Well, that's always been around. I watched Liverpool did Nottingham Forest do it years ago. Good Forest sides and good Liverpool sides. I was at the low block. Well, just getting behind the ball and sitting in it. But it's all fancy words now, and blokes who have never played telling you what, who have just got a coaching book and said this is how we're doing it. And I just think there's room for them people that they want to get involved, but I also think you've got to have played a little bit. You've got to have some scars on your shins and back of your head to give a fair and honest opinion. You telling me that I've got to do this. I made the most of what I had. I wasn't the greatest footballer, but the dark arts, there weren't many better than me at pinching balls and scraping Achilles and ripping nipples off and all the rest of it, slightly. Well, not always slightly. Like I said, my disciplinary record was terrible. So I got caught quite a lot. But that side of it, just gone. And I think they're not nice. They're just naive, these kids now, these boys now.
It's not completely gone. It still happens in the dregs of the football league. Like right down the bottom. Still happens at Shanghai on a Saturday.
You got to do that. I had some gigs around the throat yesterday from a corner. Like, not fully. I was like, I've just grabbed him and like just to run away from him. He said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't really know, mate. It's just what I've always done." No, really.
You touched on it a little bit there about obviously the social side of things as well with the lads back in the day, and we've talked about it before on previous episodes that we're starting to sort of see a little trend where it's not really sort of happening when lads don't go to the clubhouse or the pub after games, and it's not most of the time it's because they don't generally drink, and I try and sort of encourage them to keep coming in. You don't have to have a beer or nothing.
No.
Just to get that sort of social side and bonding between players and everybody else and the whole team. And it just doesn't. Is that
massive?
Look, it's still an important thing for you.
For me personally, it sounds so. I'd rather a team of alcoholics than a team of lads that are going to do the protein shake, the foam roller, and all the rest of it. I like characters.
Yeah.
But you haven't got to be a drinker. You can just come out with the lads like we. Just Welling, we had lads from all over the place. Woolwich, Wolf from Abbey, Beaconsfield. They drove to a team social. They're not all getting drunk, but they turn up. It makes a big difference. Just turn up. Even the younger lads, like, I don't really like drinking, Dollars. Well, don't drink. Mind you saying that, we've got the young goalkeeper, Spangled, and it was an eye opener for him. But they're just a bit naive now. And I'd happily have gone out every weekend when I was 17, 18. That's what I'd done with my mates. Football's just an add-on to that. I think now I've got I'm a girl dad. I've got two daughters, 18 and 23. They're out all the time, and I look at us and they're like, I'm going out. My mate's like, "Right, again, they let them. What's nothing to stay at home for? Get out.
Yeah,
get in the pub. Go and spend your go and do it." And I think I trust lads more if they're prepared to do the social side. If you just turn up for your football, that's fine. But realistically, in non-league, it's not your job. It's sociable first. I see the interview of the Bracknell manager, the one that said that he didn't like the lads having a pint after a game.
Yeah, that was a big thing, wasn't it?
Christ, like, you've worked for a week. I'm having a beer this weekend.
Yeah.
I said
would
for
you
you.
Sorry. No, I was going to say, would you say this is because non-leagues all of a sudden become quite... It's got a spotlight on it. So like people are trying to make it professional when really it's still...
Yeah, it's 100%. There's that level of professionalism they'll want. They want that. They want that to. They want to be seen as a club doing things right. But you can still do things right, but have a good social side. Having a beer is making no difference. I played at Hitchin. We played Mondays, so we play. If we had a midweek game, it'd be on a Monday. But we never thought on a Saturday, "Cool, we better have a beer tonight because we've got a game Monday." We just knew that we'd have to. We went unbeaten at home for a year, playing Saturday, Monday. So I can tell you now, there was not one Saturday where we said, "Oh, should we rein it in?" No, we'd crack on. But I think that all the sports science, all the rest of it, everything like the gyms, and everyone's a gym head now, and everyone goes to the gym. Everyone does. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
My dad played pro. He never went. He probably wouldn't be like he is now if he'd looked after himself. But he can't get his head around the fact that you've got these lads who are all built like brick shithouse, can't move, got no footballing brain, and you can just bang them off the ball because they've got no core strength, they've got no football nous, they're just big brutes. I think someone, was it Mourinho, said he can make an athlete a footballer, but you can't make a footballer an athlete. And I think that's killed it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm neither an athlete nor a footballer, so you can still do it about both.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is my younger career just at a shitter level than what I played. But that is like, you think of, like, we talk on here, Alan, all the time, don't we? Like the game, like I always joke, the game's gone. Like youngsters in our team won't shower. They're like, I can't go in the shower. So I fine them now. If you don't shower, you're getting fined. You're disgusting. As you say, and it is that bit of, and I get it, but they constantly want to look after themselves. And I get it at our level, they want to look after themselves, they want to go play higher. But I'm like, it ain't going to change up there. They're still going to be lads. So,
mate, we had story. We was at Itchen. Like I said, we had a group of, I'd say there was 13, 14 of us, hardcore. Like we'd be out together, do everything together. With one, obviously there'd be a few lads coming. One lad kept showering his pants, and we're like, I won't say his name because he's probably still playing, but he kept showering his pants, and 3 or 4 of us one day were like, right, when he goes in the shower. I mean, it's only a few years ago, so we probably could have got that up by the police, but he got in the shower, we had him in the corner, pinned him up, had him by the throat, ripping his pants off, all the rest of it. He ripped his pants off. Well, he never seen anything like it. I'd have had my pants off all the time. I would have been walking around like that. I don't know what he's hiding. Take your pants off. How can you get clean in the shower with your pants on? There's so much of that. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like now you've got the safeguard. You can't have 17, 18-year-olds in there. You've got 25, 26-year-old lads with your pants on.
Yeah.
You can't say what you think.
We got a 16-year-old and we got told that can't have him in there. And his mum, he made a tackle at the weekend. And I went, you can join in the showers. And his mum went, send him in there. Go on, put him in.
His mum knows.
Boys to men.
Exactly. You got to know. My first ever one, I stood next to these 2 lads. And I was like, Jesus Christ, look at that. Look at me compared to these 2. And ever since then, I've been a watcher since then.
See? There is more of us about.
There's a lot more than you imagine. I've got group chats just based on that one thing.
I
think it's just about finding the right people and the right basically there's a lot of luck in it. Right people, right time, right club.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%.
Happy memories.
So when was your first foray into management then?
I went to be assistant manager with Lee Allinson at Biggleswade. That was 7 years ago now. We had I just finished sort of the whole Hitchin thing where we'd been successful. You could tell that team was beginning to break up. Lads had moved up the ladder. A lot of them, like a few of them went pro, went up to National League South. So I sort of knew that I was, what was I then, 36, and I thought, I've known Lee Allinson a long time. He needed an assistant manager at Biggleswade, step 3 at a time, and I thought, you know what, stay down the road. I played at Biggleswade, had a good career at Biggleswade, over 250 games, I think, for him. So I thought, that'd be nice, go back, same league as Hitchin, we would give it a go. And assistant, I was still playing a little bit, so still had the chance to play, which is, I love playing. So, well, I'm still playing Sundays now, so that shows you that never sort of leaves you. But I joined in there and we had a good season. I think we lost to Fylde in the FA Trophy later on. We went up there. It was a great weekend away. We lost our striker towards the end of the season, and Joe White, I think if we'd have kept him fit, we probably could have made the playoffs. But that's just when you lose one man like that, it was a big difference for us, and just missed out. And I was then, I could see there's a few things happened at Biggleswade which I didn't see myself being there much longer, so I left and went back to Hitchin to become a player coach. Like I said, Hitchin's always been my club and love it there. And I went back under Berkey and Parks and ended up playing more than I really wanted to. I mean, that was just before COVID, that season, 1920, and just started playing again at 38 in step 3 at the Southern Prem. And still had that, I think I've played a few games, but I've done all right. I went to Bromsgrove and I can't move. I'll never be able to move anyway, but I still thought, I can finish this season, maybe play again next year. But then COVID kicked in and that finished that season early. Then we didn't start again next year. So we had like a year and a half, wasn't it? We didn't play.
Yeah.
by that point, it was 21 in 2021, and I felt like, right, I think I'm ready to go and do the management job myself. And Stotfold down the road for me in Hitchin, and they'd been relegated. They were on their way to being promoted before the league got stopped, and their manager, Luke Gregson, my mate, he said he stopped doing it, so there'd be an opportunity there. So I went and spoke to the chairman. They had a few interviews, and I got the job. And new ground. It was a step six. I didn't know anything about step six. We hadn't been there for well over 20 years, and I thought it would be like dog shit party. Just go up and just get some players together, turn up, and you'd walk it. Sadly, football's not that easy, is it? And
No.
it was, due to my connection to step three, we played a lot of hard pre-season. We played Peterborough Sports in pre-season because Jimmy, my mate, was managing, Jimmy Dean, and they beat us. I think they beat us 8-1. And I kid you not, it could have been 19-21 because they absolutely pumped us. And I think we got pumped every game. We lost every game, 4s and 5s. And went to this first game of the season. I was like, I've not been playing this out very well, have I? I've killed us here. 1-0 down after 3 minutes. And I'm like, we were told, like, what, we need to go up. Stotfold, new ground, can't be at step six. 1-0 down, like, oh, God, what have we done? Thankfully, we turned it around 1-4-1. We won our first 9. And amazing what winning your first few games does, because it just settles you down, gives you all that confidence. And to be fair, we didn't piss it, but we won the league, but we had a good side, scored a lot of goals. I realised that I'm absolutely nuts. Like I don't like losing anyway, but as a player, you feel like you have some sort of say in it. As a manager, you have absolutely no say. And the lads you get in, I love them. Tuesdays and Thursdays, top lads. Saturday, 3:00, they all turn into a load of pricks and they do what they want. They don't do anything you've asked them to do. And you're like, what the one? Like this one always comes up. We played Burton Park Wanderers. Burton Park Wanderers are dog shit. They were terrible. Worst team in the league. We are 1-0 up after 15 seconds. And I'm like, this is going to be cricket score. But we had a few big scores that season, 10s and 9s. They equalised after 15 minutes. It's 1-1. My head's falling off. I'm like, we're coming at half time. We're 5-1 up. I've completely lost my shit. Lost my head. You fucking wankers, you come around. And they're all sitting there like, 5-1 up, Gaff. Or done as well. I don't give a shit about that. And I walked out, I was like, and my sister's like, can't believe what I've just seen. I said, no, I can't believe what I've just done. What's wrong with me? We're 5-1 up. But it's been an issue with me in management. If you don't do what I ask, it irritates me more than winning or losing. It's just, I've asked you to do something, you completely tossed it. But then I look back and think, well, I didn't do everything right every game, every minute of every game. I want perfection every second of every game. And I try and not get the umpire stuff. And like that, when you're winning, it's so much easier to have the umpire stuff because lads are like, oh, he's nuts, but we're winning games, so it's fine. When you're losing, you can't be, I was at Itcham, you can't do that. You have to be a little bit more pragmatic and like, well, we're not going to win every game. But it's so hard. I've had to really curb what I deem to be not at it, not good enough. Because if I was Lionel Messi, then I can say that's not good enough. But I'm Brett Donnelly. I wasn't the greatest player. I wasn't good all the time. Like I said, I've let the team down more than one occasion. I can't be asking people for perfection if I don't do it myself. So going into management, I was really lucky. I took Ellie McLaughlin with me. Top coach, just top man. Lovely bloke. He's the yin to my yang. He never gets phased by anything. He's always positive. And I had my cousin Meathead Paul with me. Another top lad, perfect in the dressing room. We had such a good mix of on the management side of what was needed. And we started talking about the other day. We had 3 really successful years. One step 6, got promoted from step 5. I don't know if you guys know, but step 5 a couple of years ago, they'd done this ridiculous playoff system where the team in second would play the team 4th bottom at step 4.
Yeah.
I did hear about this,
So we went to Dereham away. So I was like, we're miles away. Well, it's one of them days. Let's see what happens on a day. We dragged the lad in from the reserves a couple of weeks from the season, big lad. big, strong boy, quick. Not the greatest footballer, in all honesty, but just had something about him. When he was bad, I mean, he was so bad, like awful. And I woke up on the day, I said to my sister, I was like, I fancy going with Kurt today. I think he might. I just don't know. I just fancy it. I think they're going to be. If they step forward, they played in that. They played in I think it was a Ryman, and they're going to be big and strong. So we need a big and strong centre forward to play up there. Played him. He scored 2 goals after 15 minutes. The second one is unbelievable. Like one of the best goals I've ever seen. And we're tuning up when we've been promoted, and we're like, how have we done that? Like, didn't have a lot of money. We've just been promoted from step 6, bounced straight up. We didn't really have. We just had a great bunch of lads who enjoyed being together. Like the social side. I said we struggled for the last 6-7 weeks of the season, but the fact they're all mates. I remember going to Cockfosters. Cockfosters were a good side. We needed 3 points to make the back to finish second. 1-0 down after 10 minutes. Like, we were crap, but we managed to nick an equaliser. Played on the Thursday, got the 3 points, and I said, without that team spirit, we're never getting them points we needed. But it's like that. I mean, I didn't realise at the time. We do realise now that the team we had, the lads we had, the setup we had, the Stotfold, all the stars aligned. It was just one of them times where we just had a good crack. Just a great time. I mean, end of year trips to Benidorm and Albufeira. I love all that. Like, there's pictures of me and another one of the lads. I'm Brett Hitman Hart. He's Kurt the Angle Ironheart. All them pictures. There's like just brilliant times that you will never forget. And everyone says about the football, you don't remember the shit training sessions. You don't remember going to Winslow and drawing 1-1. You remember the big games. You remember the cracks you have. Like, we always do a Thursday social first week of the month. Silly things like going to the Indian, and we do smart casual. But smart casual means smart at the top, casual at the bottom. So shirt, tie, Bermuda shorts, stuff like that, them sort of things. We love all that. Just brilliant time. I didn't think, I didn't know if I wanted to be a manager. Managing's hard, but it's so rewarding when things go well. But you only enjoy it. I don't know about you. You only enjoy it for about an hour, and then it's on to the next one.
Yeah,
that's the hardest thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, you're 100% right there. So where did you go off after Stotfold then?
Well, the hitching job come up. Berkey had been there like 12 years, and that was it. We basically had about 7 games left of our first season at Step 4. We'd done really well at Step 4. We were I think when we left, we were 10th. Had a good run in. We knew that if we went all right, we could make a charge for the playoffs at Step 4. But sadly, the lure of Hitchers, my home club, played. We got over 200 games for the club. My granddad played for the club. My dad played for the club. Both my brothers played for the club. My uncle was assistant manager down there. Like I said, we've always lived a stone throw from the ground. There's a bit of probably a bit of heart overhead, realistically, at the time. Hitchin had been struggling for a few years. I went in there with 7 games left. They'd lost 13 in a row. Looking back, wasn't the right decision. I had something good at Stotfold, but I'd have probably hit the ceiling there as well. So you don't know until you try it. I've said there's no regrets. If it comes up, you got to take it. Just didn't work out. I finished. We got relegated on the last day of the season. Keeper. So we played. How did we play? The Hednesford last day of the season, or Telford? I can't remember what it was. But we team that are up there. We had a corner, like 1-0 it was. We had a corner last kick of the game. Goalkeeper's gone up. He's headed it. It's going in top corner. I've got a great view of it. It's going in top corner. Their defender just got up and kicked it away. That'd have kept us up. But we got relegated. I was like, all right, it's fine. We can start. We can plan for next season now. Step 4. So that's what I wanted to do. And they needed to drop down. They needed to start again, because it's like you got stuck in that league. Money's a big issue. That Step 3 league, you got Hugh and Telford in there. I mean, this season you got Mark Harbour, Spalding, teams that are spending loads of money, and that's fair. It's hard to compete, especially like I said to you before. There's not a wealth of talent around here at that level. So we went to Step 4. 6 weeks into the out season, they get a phone call saying there's been a reprieve. We're back at Step 3. Everyone's like,
Yes,
yeah,
I
that's
think I
great
remember
news.
this. Yeah,
That's great news. Look, we're back at step 3. For me, is the worst thing in the world. All the prep, all the players you signed, you agreed, everything you set up for
Yeah.
was then chucked out, and I had would have 3 weeks till pre-season started, and it fucked us, fucked me. Um, just never got going, and I think I said to us, it's going to take a bit of time to get. We lost our first 7. Bearing in mind, in management, I think I'd only lost before that. I think I'd only lost 8 league games. No, sorry, that's a lie. I'd only lost. I think I lost 15 league games in 3 years. I lost my first 7 that season. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I've said to someone else, if you don't know what, you just get to a point. I don't know what to do now. I don't know where we
yeah,
go. Can't get players in. And then we went to Hales Owen after losing to Hales Owen. There was about 1,000 there that day. They're going well. We beat them 4-0 out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my God, we might actually be all right. But we had a good run of 6, 7 games, picked up some points, but then we had lost a kind of heavy home defeats to teams around us, and they made a change, and I was gutted, absolutely gutted, because deep down I thought I needed time to turn it around. This is a sinking ship. I needed a bit of time to be allowed to turn it around. I know that how I am, the way I am with people, the way I can be. What's the word? I'm trying to think of a nice way of saying it. I can be. I want things done my way. I want
yeah,
change. If things aren't working, I want things to change. And
yeah.
I don't think it's in a position to allow that at the time. I don't think they wanted things have been done a certain way for a long time. They wanted to keep it that way. That's fine. But I think we need to make changes. And off the pitch, the club is brilliant. Loads of fans. They do everything so well. But I needed a bit more time. I didn't get it. And that's football.
Mm.
If you're losing, if you're losing, what we have? I lost 9 of my first 14. You're going to get the sack. But
Yeah,
I think there should have been a little leeway, and it did. It really bothered me. It really I was like, am I a good manager? Am I a bad manager? I didn't really know. I've done really well at Stockfold. You go
Mm.
there, and all of a sudden you're doubting yourself. Like, is my way suited to? They probably weren't suited to how the club was. I needed to get. If we'd have been relegated step 4, I know for a fact that we'd have had a great side and we'd have pushed Burko and Rail Bedford last year all the way. But that happened. We were back in the league where I didn't want us to be. And
Mm.
some people say that's it's a bit negative. You want to be as high as you can. Yeah, you do, but sometimes you need a reset. You need to
Mm.
have that reset. You need to start again. And didn't get that. That's life. Hopefully one day I get another opportunity to go back there to right a few wrongs. Like I said, I've done it in my playing days. I had 2 opportunities. Didn't work out for me there. I went back the 3rd time and I made it work. And I made people change opinion on me there. I'd like to
Mm.
do it again as a manager. That'll be a long way down the line. Hopefully, if I carry on doing it, if there's opportunities in and around, because I keep saying management's hard work, but
yes,
that gave me
yeah,
the opportunity to. I had to get back in quick. I said to someone else that it bothered me so much that I'd left a bit of sour taste in my mouth. No one wants to be sacked. No one wants to be
Mm.
told you're not good at what you do. If you do,
yeah,
you're a bit of a sadist. But I was, especially being my local club, that really hurt. And I thought I need to get back in. I needed somewhere where it'd allow me to do it how I wanted to do it and allow me to win games of football. And AFC Welling was that club, and I was given an opportunity there, which I needed to do because I needed to get back in winning games of football and back to a point of enjoying it. And yeah, that's when the old AFC Welling story starts. Only a year ago as well, not even a year. It's flown by. And I'm out of work again.
But at least
So
you.
what was the actual draw to them? How did they convince you
It's dropped out. Yeah,
to go in there?
I've known Toad, the owner, for a long time. Great. He's a good lad. He's always trying to do things right. He's one of them. He says if he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And he's sometimes head over heart or heart over head. Sorry.
Mm.
And if he wants something to do, he's going to go and do it. And he
Mm.
sold me. He sold me. He said, "This is what we're going to do." And He's got the plans for the new ground. He's got all this. It's a new club. He's gonna get it done. We'll come on to what's happened, but it's just a chance. Looking well, locally, the same as probably where you live. The local clubs, a lot of them are just stuck where they are. There's no ambition. They're quite happy to just carry on, put on, which is fine. That ain't for me though. I don't want to keep finishing mid-table, step 5, 4, whatever. You want to be, even if it's a pipe dream. Let's go and try and get promoted. Let's try and win something.
So,
try.
From the outside looking in,
I know exactly. I was the same. Circus.
Well, no, I think initially, but like I suppose, like we done a bet beginning of the season. We all picked a team who we were going to follow this year, and so I picked Welling. So I was like, well, you guys just pump step 5, you're fine. But from the outside looking in, even last year, it showcased as a club that are playing at step 6 that had a budget of a step 3 team, and you could bring in who you like. Was that really what it was like? Because obviously you had a lot of players come through. Like we were keeping an eye on it, and obviously rumours £500 a week strike. And
No.
What was the reality? Because it's not going to be what they said it was, but it's going to be somewhere in the middle.
They've got the budget. The budget was good, but the budget is not the best in the league. That's not saying it's not a good. That's not saying it's not a good budget. That's just saying there's a lot of teams in the league that are willing to put their hands in their pockets. It's probably as when I got promoted to Stotfold, we had a minimal budget. We had grown organically as a squad. Couldn't do that this year. Had to make changes and start again, which is always hard. But there was money there. There's no hiding from the fact there was good money there. But not to the levels. Yeah, we weren't paying on 500 quid a week. Not even Jordan Brown was not on 500 quid a week last year. I can assure you that. But if you've got to play to it though, you may as well play up to it. Let everyone believe what they want to believe. We did have a good budget. So did Desborough last season. We slapped Desborough 5-0 inside 22 minutes last season. We beat them twice. We won the league. We were the best team in the league. That this season. There's a lot of other good teams in the league. Would we have got there? I think we would have got there. We were just starting to turn. I feel there was a good buzz around in the squad with the lads we had, and it felt like, we've had a couple. We lost a couple just recently, but we've been better. And I think we've made a couple. I made a couple of signings before I left that never saw the light of day, sadly. But we would have been in and around it. But you got some good teams like Haringey and Kings Langley were at step 3 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got to be realistic.
So before because we're talking main thing, we're talking about this season, but like the squad from last year to this season, did you have to just go, well, we're going up to step 5, so I need some really good players? Because you have players, and again, I don't know any of them, I'm only going for what you see on social media. You had like lads who were doing well, and then you bring in like Corey Wilson, who's like unbelievable. So did you have to just go, you're not good enough for that level, fuck off, next one in?
From my point of view, end of last season, I got a few in end of last season that I knew would be good enough to step up. Dan Sears, Kate Bagg, who else we have in there? I knew that they'd come in and be capable of playing. That was the idea of it. We had Jack Bradshaw, who's more than good enough. The goalkeeper Ashton's brilliant. I knew we had enough. I knew that we lacked firepower going forward. We had Kendall, great lad, works really hard, won't get you enough goals. So Corey,
to someone in step 5.
Yeah, he's at Cockfosters.
That's it. He scored against you, didn't he?
He scored a penalty against us. Yeah.
I just saw he scored. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, which it's always going to happen. You know it's going to happen. But I've got a lot of time for Kendall. Like he's a proper nice kid, and I didn't want to be that guy that said, right, I'll keep you around and we'll use you as and when. He's too good for that. And I thought. We had Corey Wilson, Reece Cameron, both come down from step 4. From my point of view, if we got step 4 lads in, it's going to take a bit of time to adapt because the level's different. But they'll be more than good enough. And Corey's got 17 goals this season. Reece Cameron's been brilliant for us. It does show that this is where we had to go because we want to be competing. Kings Langley have got 2 lads that won the league at step 4 last season up front for them, Louis Collier and Matt Bateman. So. They've been at step 3 this season. That's what you're competing against. I think Haringey, Derek Asamoah, Bill Al-Sayud, Aidan Clifton, these lads have been around much higher than step 5. Haringey, very, very good. There's a lot of good sides there. Bills Wade United, great side, been together a few years. I said this, continuity is massive. You've got that same squad, get to know each other. You have a year of being allowed to grow, progress, keep them all together, bring a couple in that make you better, that helps as well. So
Yeah.
we're up. We knew we were up against. There's a change in the squad. I didn't want to change loads, but all of a sudden, you know, it's like I've got a mate. He wants to come down. Oh, he's good, isn't he? Let's have him in. And it just sort of that sort of happens without you realising. But my concern last year was we were very good at the back. We were a bit toothless at times, and even centre half wise, I bought Searsy in the end of last season, very good. But I had a couple of partners for him last year, just didn't work out this season. So I had to go and get centre halves as well. Yeah, with injuries, I've never known anything like it. We keep picking up stupid little injuries, and you need we got like Carter Hudson, he's left back. He's top lad, great player. Always, he keeps getting his injuries, sprained ankles and fractures in his foot. It's like this kills you because it means I've got to play a lad there I don't want to play in there, moving from somewhere else. And yeah, but thing is as well, we've got the problem of that everyone knows that we've got half decent budget. They all want 30, 40 quid more. Yes, you're having a conversation. You're on the back foot already, and yeah, hindsight probably don't say, just keep the budget to yourself. And and that's the way I'd always like just go under the radar. But I said to them, where they are now, they're ninth. They win their game in hand, they go third. That's how mad the league is. So I didn't want to be up there. You want to come late, come on the rails, get a good run together. Because you'd have to be shot. We'd have to be shot anyway because of the social media presence. No one likes people telling them what they're going to do. There's a lot of jealousy in non-league, and people don't like it. Oh, well, you're a bit above your station. Well, I'd rather that than say, do you know what, we're going to turn up, we're going to try and finish mid-table, we're going to do nothing again, we're going to quite happily be at step 5 forever. That's fine, but don't get down with someone else who wants to come and probably better themselves and move the club out of the league. Which, there's a snobbery about which it's the old guard, isn't it? The old dinosaurs that run football leagues and don't like any change. Yeah. Normally wear league blazers and
Yeah. You touched on it there a second ago about their social media presence. So obviously, since they sort of became the club that they are, they have that like team of people following them around with cameras, filming games, filming things. I think it was last season. I mean, firstly, like how aware were you of what their social media presence was? Because I think it was last season when I think it was the game had just kicked off and they had like a couple of your subs just slowly wandering into the dugout, and you turn around and you literally went viral with this, and you just turn around and having a right go at them. Is that you playing up to the social media side of things, or the cameras are behind you, or is that just you and your old school discipline trying to sort of get them in line?
Yeah. There's no playing up to the camera. I can assure you that. I didn't like the idea of it. However, that's how the club works. They told me that from the start. This is how it's going to be. You very quickly forget they're there. Very quickly forget. So I dread to think what's on the changing room cam, because they've got a changing room cameras.
Changing room cam.
Yeah, there's a camera in the changing room. I dread to think what's on there. Some of the stuff that I've said. Some of the stuff I've said when everyone's gone out, just talking to the physio and my brother, the assistant. Some of the stuff you say, you think, oh, Jesus Christ. Looking back, I could probably get arrested. So there's certain things. People have asked, do they set things up? Well, no. I wouldn't agree to like anything like that. I'd never agree to. No, it's just not how I am. That was me being me, because, like I said to you, I'm a bit fucking nuts sometimes. You should be on a bench. You should be on a bench at 3:00, ready to go. And why aren't you there? And I knew it had gone mad when my 2 daughters, who have no interest in football, have had no interest in me at all in my football, was saying, "Dad, you seen this? Is so embarrassing." Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. But it's even like I've been away at places. Oh, you're the guy from you're the football coach guy. I'm like, you don't know me you don't know me being a football coach. You know me calling them subs wankers and whatever else. I call like 3 minutes past 5. What time is it? Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but got some views, didn't it? And that's just how I am. There was a couple of others that I said to them, like, I don't mind I know you've got to do it, but don't make me look like a prick all the time, because that won't have the effect that. And if it did, there's a couple of other times they've asked me, look, do you mind if we put this out? I was like, no, you can't put that out. Please don't put that out,
Yeah.
because as much as I do go off the head and I do try and get my point across, you're gonna affect players coming, because they're gonna think that I'm just that nutty bloke who.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't manhandle them. That what I did realise was that a lot of people agree to me that, well, you're getting paid. You should be there anyway, regardless if you're getting paid or not. You should be on the bench when the kickoff is, because
Yeah.
if someone gets hurt. What done it was, one lad was walking around. He's walked up into the stand to say hello to his mate, then come back down, then carry on walking. I'm like, is he serious? What the fuck is going on? Getting on here. Be fair, one of the lads was really young. He didn't really understand, but that's that. But I'll tell you what, no, not one player was late for the bench. Then
I bet.
since
Yeah,
then.
I bet
I
they
know
was
just
on there straight away.
the media side of it. There's no setups in. They do a lot of stuff like they do with the lads, which is the lads like it, all the rest of it. But in terms of what you see, they don't say to me, "Oh, Brett, can you do this or do that again?" Because they know that they'll get a flat, sharp no. You know, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You've got it. But you don't know they're there. We had one on the camera, and even we get mic'd up to some games. There's a few things that when Toad was playing, Toad the owner was playing last season, on the bench a few times, and we'd have a few conversations quite close to the bone, which he knows we're talking about, and that stuff could not go out. Put it that way. So yeah, but
Blimey.
you don't know they're there, and they are fair. But there's James and Maddie who do the most of it, and they're pretty fair, and they don't try and make you out to look like an idiot. But there's a couple of times after I said, look, just because I don't want everyone to see me having 9 heart attack because 2 lads are 3 minutes late. If you're not involved in football, you do think that's a bit crazy. I've only watched it back. I've only watched it back once. I won't watch it again.
So let's move on then to recent times then, the last couple of weeks. What as much as you can talk about, what happened? How did it all come to a head?
Well, it's there's no fault. Like I said, there's no fallout of me and Toad, the owner. Nothing like that. I'd like to think he hasn't. He basically the budget got cut. It happens in football. It always happens. His plans for the ground have been brought forward. He didn't think they'd have the land and that ready as it was, which means he needs cash, which means he needs money to get them plans forward, and that means cutting the budget, which is fine. Like, it's just we didn't agree that. It would mean that certain players would be leaving. It would mean that we're sort of we didn't. It wasn't what I agreed to at the start. And from my point of view, as a manager, you have certain deals with players that you think are binding for the season, but not contracted, obviously. And I couldn't do. And for just how it looks on me, wouldn't be right if I stayed. Like, can you cut your money by this? By the way, I'm going to stick around and carry on as I am, but doesn't mean that you do want to do that as well, because obviously you're not going to do that because they've agreed a certain deal. And I get it; that's football. And I've seen a few people saying that where's the loyalty to the club and why they just come as mercenaries. Welling's a new club, so loyalty has to be brought, as does credence. You have to at the moment, till they've been around a long time, you have to buy them. So it's people like you compete. I think Tony had Olsey early in the season saying that we're competing with a club that's been around 100 years. Yeah, how do you compete? You have to. Certain thing you have to do. There's no youth system involved. We can't bring lads in from the youth system. You can't say, look, we've done this. Look what we're doing. You're trying to. Lads don't care about a ground being built in 4 years' time. If I've got a 32-year-old, he's not going to be playing for us in 4 years' time. So how do you get him in? We're going to do well this season. We want a Vars run. We want to go and win the league. That's how you sell it. We don't play our own ground. We're going to play here. Okay, so I need X amount. You have to pay over the odds, and that's and we're not. And AFC aren't the first club to do it. We all know that. There's lots of clubs about, but at least he's got his ideas of where he wants the club to go. There's not just this. Right, I'm going to put some money in. We're going to be really good for a couple of years. Then we're going to toss it off. Well, no, we're going to have to now cut our cloth accordingly. We're going to get this ground up and running and build for the future. Make sure we're good going forward, not just for the here and now. And I get it, but that isn't what we agreed, and that's why I said, look. And he knew what was totally what was coming. And much as I didn't want to just drop him in it, I've had to, because morally and my own credibility, I can't promise lads one thing and then say, look, actually, 3 months in, we're not doing that now. That's it. There's no big fallout. I'm hoping it's not the fact we lost 2 in a row before I left, because that would be heartbreaking. But it's a tough league, and there's no guarantee we're going to get promoted. Like I said, doesn't matter what you throw at. You can be the biggest spenders in the league. Man City don't win the league every year, do they? So it's there's dead. I get it. I said to him at the time, as much as I didn't like it, because I'd promised these boys and I promised him what we're going to do. You swallow it. That's just football, and I didn't get to finish what I wanted to finish, and was in a good position to as well. I think, like I said, we'd have been, if we win a couple of games, we're back up to second or third. That's life. Saturday would have been perfect. We had Cockfosters in the Vars. I fancied us to go and win that, but and listen, the lads, like I said, the lads don't owe anybody anything in terms of staying. They've come in and they wanted to do well, and they wanted to win the league. And if the budget gets cut, you're not chucking it in. Don't get me wrong, you're not chucking it in at all. They just have to. It's going to be a turnaround in players. And that's just how it is. And sadly, that was the end. That was for me. That was not what we agreed, and that's no hard feelings. And I don't know if there's any. I've done what I've done last year. Got promoted, as we said.
Yeah.
Left him in a good position this year. The owner is 100% right in doing what he's doing. He's not going to carry on paying out good money when he needs to start saving money to put into the ground. Business sense, like I said to him, heart over head, he's going to carry on doing it. However, sometimes head comes into it, and you have to do things right, and it's exactly what he's going to do. I just hope he backs it up. I want to see. I'd love to see him do well. He was brilliant. I love working with him. He's been open and honest with me the whole way, and he's driven. He wants this club to do all the things he wants it to do, and that's what I'd love to see him push on. And I want to see him. I want to see him there at the ground, and when the next 3 or 4 years, and the club flourishing. So
well said. So quickly before we end, Brett, what's just quickly what's going to be next for you? What have you had any conversations in the last week?
I had a conversation about getting back playing. I won't name the club, but I'm 43. I don't know if I'm quite ready for that again. I'm not there if I'm quite fit enough, but no, not yet. I can't have another Saturday doing what I've done this Saturday. Like I said, strip and wallpaper. That has got to be stopped. I don't think I'm finished. I'm not in no rush. It's got to be the right place, right club. I didn't rush into Welling, but I wanted to get back in quickly after Hitchin. This time, I want to get back in, but it's got to be stable club, ambitious club, not step 6. I can't do step 6 again. That's me and step 6 done. Like I said, I love my football, and I love everything about it. Same as you guys. It's not just the football; it's the people you get to meet. It's the Saturdays at 3 o'clock. It's the beers and curries that you get to go, and it's all the people you meet away from it. And the problem is now going to watch games. I don't like being that guy. Like, why is he here? Is he looking for a job? I love watching. They don't want to be that sneaky guy. I know they'll do it, but so I'm glad that my mate Eddie at Stockfold's winning games. I can go and watch him. So there's no threat there. He's doing a great job, and I just got to go and pick the right games to go and watch, because
exactly.
I'm off to Luton Saturday. That's my team. They've picked up, so hopefully, I haven't seen him win. I saw him beat Forest Green the other week. That was the first time I've seen him win in a year and a half. So actually, no, since
you can always go and watch your mate Lee down at Hemel as well.
Yeah, that costs 12. That costs 16 quid to get in now. And he won't give me a ticket. So
£5 a park in their car park as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus. Now, I said that there's a few lads that I used to play with or have. I'd like to go and see a few of them just to go and
Yeah.
watch. It's just like I said, it's nice to go around and see it, go to a few grounds and not be the other side of the barrier. Just going and say hello to a few people and
Yeah.
just get around a little bit. Yeah, like I said, I've got a few things coming up these next few weekends. I'm going on holiday soon, so
Perfect.
no rush. Depends how much how much I get on my missus' feet, I suppose as well. She might just tell me to fuck off.
Yeah, that's
in the
it.
end.
That's it. She might be forcing you out there.
Oh yeah, she did say, "What would you do?" She's had well, we both don't know any different, do we? Saturday's the
No.
football
Yeah.
forever.
No. Exactly. Exactly. Look. Well, I'm sure. I'm sure that the right opportunity will come up for you soon, sooner than you think, and you'll be back involved in a team one way or another, really really
Let the
soon.
blood pressure drop a little bit, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Brett, don't jump off the line. We're going to
No,
end it here now. Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for coming on and chatting. It's been absolutely brilliant listening to all your stories and listening to your journey. So thanks for coming on.
no problem.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it. Cheers,
Mate.
fellas. Thanks, Dan. Thanks,
Cheers.
Al.
And thanks for coming on.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that.
And yeah, just allows me to say thanks to everybody for listening and watching us on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back pretty soon with another episode. See you all soon.